Tweet number one comes from Jabbar at hightop_fade. And he says, y'all forget all those games Kerr cost us by not playing Kuminga and Trace early. All those Corey Joseph games, Wiggins leaving, Draymond being suspended. Our record could have been way different, and we got better. Trust in Steph. Do you agree with the fact that Kerr cost the Warriors pretty much most of the season last year?
So I said this coming in, right? I said that this roster, based on us trading Jordan Poole for Chris Paul and attaching a pick to make that happen, would have to be based on the younger players taking a leap. Kerr did not extend the opportunity for that to happen until later into the season, which at that point, we had already lost so many crunch time close games, it really wasn't a needle mover anymore. So I would say that Kerr definitely deserves some blame for that. I also feel like the roster itself wasn't strong enough to really be a true contender. But if Kerr had made the simple rotations to not have Corey Joseph, a player that was not in the NBA anymore, he got waived and we had to attach money to make the team take his contract or whatever, we would be a much better team. There's no reason why you have Moses Moody as a DNP for a lot of the season, but then you can play him versus a team like the Knicks. He can lock up Jalen Brunson. There's just a lot of things that Kerr did not do well with this strategy in terms of rotations. The fact that Kuminga had to go to Shams to ask for more minutes is crazy. And then immediately starts hooping once he gets those minutes. It's kind of wild.
And also, by the way, as a Knicks fan, I tweeted out that game. I've never seen anybody, last year, I don't know if I saw anybody guard Jalen Brunson better than Moses Moody did last year at the Garden. That was one of the better defensive performances I've seen on Jalen Brunson all year.
Next game, DNP.
Next game.
Like,
did it feel like?
Where are you though? Are you on like the fire Steve Kerr bandwagon? Because Steve Kerr gets so much hate, like ungodly amount of hate on Twitter. Where are you on that?
So like, it's weird because again, I try to stay in between. I feel like every fan of their team wants to fire their head coach. I'm kind of not there with Kerr, but I do feel like he had a very trying regular season. I think that Kerr was very instrumental in developing the system that gave them a ton of success. My problem is now that we're 5 years removed from that, now it's like, okay, where are the adjustments? Where are the shifts in your system to make things better? I think Kerr is a good coach, but not making those changes quicker enough is a part of his flaw. He really lives and dies with his rotations, and those are problems. At the same time, though, I can't think of a coach who I could put in to really understand the flow and navigate the personalities of this core than Steve Kerr. So it's kind of a poison that I'll just have to take.
Did it feel like the last season was like the most dysfunctional season yet under Steve Kerr?
Well, that is a great question. The most dysfunctional season. Honestly, no. I think the KD year with Draymond was probably a bit more dysfunctional. We were just so good it didn't matter. Yeah. But I think that year was a bit more because it's like Draymond and KD had their thing going on. There were a lot of heavy personalities to manage. Last season was just wild, but for all the wrong reasons. Draymond played a huge role in that, obviously, but we'll get to that pretty soon, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, we absolutely will.
Yeah.